Hey everyone, it's John here from Hot Take Hockey, back with another video, and it's been a minute. I've been gone, and I said I was coming back, and then I was gone again. School's been a lot, but I'm back. Hockey's coming back, I'm back. It's perfect timing, and it gets us right into this video. January 13th, it's already been covered by a lot of people. It's already been talked about by a lot of people. Yesterday, it seems like it's basically confirmed. Obviously, a lot can change. When it was the return to play back in August, like, dates were getting slightly shifted, and it could happen again. I could see this season being shifted all the way to maybe the start of February. But as of right now, the start date is January 13th. And the fact that they've moved past the financial side, they've agreed on the current CBA, everything seems on that side of things good. And January 13th is their target date. I still think it's going to be around that. I mean, I predicted that it was January 15th. I think it's going to be around that. If it gets shifted by a few days because of teams feeling they need more of a training camp, or teams feeling that they just need more time, or the league needs more time for protocols, then they might shift it a little bit. But January 13th, a 56-game format for the season, and then obviously we still need to find out what the playoffs are going to look like. But I want to get right into the big news that actually just went down as I'm making this video, and obviously it's not confirmed, but Pierre LeBrun comes out with actual divisions here, and there was already rumored divisions, but these are different. The rumored divisions that were about a month ago or a few weeks ago had Pittsburgh in a different division, had St. Louis in a different division, and I don't know what Pierre LeBrun's doing here. Elliot Friedman's usually the guy that gets the abbreviations messed up, but that first division, so we'll call it USA 1, Boston, Buffalo, New Jersey, New York Islanders, Rangers, Philly, Pittsburgh, and Washington. So basically a Metro division, throwing Boston and Buffalo in the equation. Then you have a second division that's kind of like mixed Eastern, mixed Western: Carolina, Columbus, Detroit, Chicago, Florida, Minnesota, Nashville, and Tampa Bay. And then another division: Anaheim, Arizona, Colorado, Dallas, LA, San Jose, St. Louis, and Vegas Golden Knights. So that's kind of like a Western. I think just the difference from what we saw from previous divisions, if you guys didn't see it, was St. Louis was in kind of that central division with Detroit and Tampa and then Florida. So the difference is St. Louis is now in this Western division, and Minnesota's in kind of that middle division, where I think before they were in that Western division based on the rumors. And yeah, Pittsburgh was in there. So now it's Pittsburgh's with all those Metro teams, back with Washington, back with Philly, and then Minnesota's in that middle one, and then you kind of have St. Louis on that bottom Western one. So I like these divisions a lot. Obviously, the Canadian division, that stays the same. I think that's been pretty solid throughout this whole process, throughout all of this figuring out what we're going to have in divisions, protocol, schedule, all of that. But I think through it all, especially with COVID, the Canadian division is going to stay. And I think that's going to be very exciting for the league. So let's go into what we know. This is potentially what we know. Obviously, as Pierre LeBrun just said, not finalized yet and still subject to change. But the 4-division realignment currently looks like this. They've changed a little bit based on the rumors. As we said, I think there was a source from ESPN, as I said, the previous divisions. Now this is what it looks like. So let's just look at what we know. So this divisions is potentially what we know. Darren Dreger, nothing finalized, however, focus on discussions related to NHL training camps, 10-day camps. So right now, January 13th, camps will start in between like January 1st to January 3rd. You're kind of seeing the tweets here. Saravelli saying COVID-19 testing to begin December 26th, and then camps to open January 3rd. Greg Wazinski, ESPN, I think that was the source that was talking about the original divisions. He's saying that it's pretty much confirmed that it's going to be 56 games. Frank Saravelli on the bottom there saying the AHL start February 5th. So that's why I'm saying they're definitely going to want to get the NHL season started beforehand. And I think if you're talking about Manitoba, Toronto, Laval, Belleville, some of those AHL teams, it's going to be an all-Canadian division for the AHL as well. So there's a lot to talk about here. And one kind of conversation piece that's been, I mean, it's gone on for a long time, was Jeremy Jacobs, the owner of the Boston Bruins, how he's really been that big voice, kind of that big, I would say, voice for the stalemates that have gone on in the NHL. And right now, it seems like he's that guy that's causing a little bit of trouble when it talks about the deals that could be made, or just in terms of getting like the negotiation process going. He's been a guy that's just been not happy with a lot of what's been going on, and he just wants more out of it. So you can read through that, pause the video if you want. But that's kind of the conversation piece right now, that some owners are not happy, and one of them is Jeremy Jacobs, the owner of the Boston Bruins. let's look at Frank Saravelli's tweet here. Talks of expanded rosters. That's another big one. We don't know yet, but it could be from 23 to 26 with 4 additional taxi squad members. So you saw that with MLB, with baseball. It's not like they're part of the AHL. They're just kind of the in-between. So they're basically like scratched, but they're kind of just waiting for that call-up, right? So if that's the case, that could be a total of 30 members connected to the NHL team. And they could earn AHL salary while they're just chilling. Who knows? But as he says there, they could also receive NHL benefits. And then just another few pieces here. Dreger adds that while work remains to be done on the season, the expectation is the NHL Board of Governors will approve the plan. And then LeBrun points out that the realignment of the divisions and the realignment just of this whole season requires 2/3 approval of the Board of Governors. So it has to go through, obviously, the teams, the Board of Governors, and the NHLPA Executive Board as well. So I think there's been a lot of talk about the players consistently meeting. I think the NHL PA and kind of that team they have together of, I think it was like a dozen players or even maybe more, 15, 16. They've been constantly talking. And then the NHLPA and the NHL are reacquainted. And then they've had a lot of conversations and obviously got to this point where, as I'm making this video, it's Wednesday. They're hoping to get all of this done by the end of the week or by early next week, which is so fast. Like if we're talking about right now, like December 7th, 8th, 9th, and then they're hoping to get everything finalized within the next week or two, get the testing, get all the protocols going by the 26th, by the end of the year, get the training camps going, even for the teams that were not in the playoffs and the return to play. So teams like Ottawa, LA, get those teams in an earlier skates and training camp. I know even as of today, as I'm making this video, some players are already getting involved in voluntary skates. I know Tyson Barrie went to Edmonton. So stuff like that is happening, right? But in terms of the escrow, in terms of the deferred money, everything in terms of financial is agreed upon. It's completely agreed upon. So they've moved past the financials. So all of that stuff, all that complications is moved past. And I think that's why I'm confident now that we're going to get an NHL season in January. So thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts on all this information. I know I threw a lot at you, and this is my first video back. Hopefully I did okay, because it's one of those things when you don't get into the groove, when you're kind of out of it for videos for a while. Sometimes it's tough to get back into it, but I've been so busy with school. I'm actually graduating in April, so I'm excited about that. And for the next month and a half, this channel is going to be my focus. So hopefully you subscribe, smash that like button, have all notifications on for the channel. I'll be making a couple more videos in the coming days. I'll be streaming, all of that fun stuff. And then obviously streaming for World Juniors and the start of the season. So thank you so much. This was John from RPO Bay Adelaide. Subscribe, like, and comment. Peace out.